The next thing we're going to do is cut your base. And with your base, what happens is you are going to fold it under and then put your pennies on, and you will have no stitching on the outside edge. The corners where they go to a point are a bit difficult, but you just need to make them look neat, and I will show you how to do that. The first thing you do is you do leave your tape, but you put another layer of tape right alongside of the tape you have on, just so that it butts together. This is going to be your cutting line. And this is the process on both rugs. Both edges are the same. Bring your tape out quite a bit. You need to have your perfect points to cut your base. You see, that would be your point. So I'll do this one. And when you are laying out your rug, you'll notice that, that's a bit off, you'll notice that your fabric is not square, and the longest length of your fabric should be the longest length of your rug. So if you're setting your rug out this way, as I showed you in the video, you would need to have the longest length of your fabric from left to right, the shortest length this way. So now I'm going to just cut. You'll notice this is what I would cut, so I will cut along this line. This fabric is a bit short. It's not the same size as in your kits. So I would cut there. This is my line to cut, this one. So I would cut here. This is my line to start on again, so I would cut here. You need 2 sets of tape on every place that you cut. And I'll just go along and finish that. This fabric is a bit short, you see? I'm a bit short there, so. But this is not the size of the fabric in your kit. You have lots of fabric. So just make sure when you have your tape that this is all fabric. And I will continue to do that. You do exactly the same with Averys Teardrop, and then I will show you the next step. There are 2 ways to do the edging, the cotton edging, and if you're not comfortable with needle and thread, if you're not a seamstress, then I would suggest it is just to keep this fold. You will have a tiny bit of a raw edge there, but that really doesn't matter. It's not going to fray. You're going to be doing the pennies with the blanket stitch. It's just going to be a little part there, but that will be fine. The other way is, and if I can show you here, you can see here you fold it under, and you would do this. You would fold it and then fold it under, and you can do that with an iron, or you can just do it as you go along and put pins in. That doesn't require to be stitched, and I'll show you why. I'll just do a little bit more. When you pin, make sure you pin on the top of your penny, not here. That's because your other penny is going to sit in there and your needle will be in back of the penny. So, I have two more. So the penny goes here. And you pin it. And another one would go here. So it doesn't require any stitching. You're going to stitch the edge as you go along. That's not going to turn up, it's not going to fray, it's not going to do anything. But the little tricky part is the points. And since I don't use my iron, I'll show you. I told you to put them out and then put them out. Well, you can do this. You can iron, keep that fold, and turn it under, and there is your point, all ready to go. On this, it's a little bit different. I have this one done. Oh, I better do the other side because that's the part where I don't have a lot of fabric. I'll do this one. And I will do this one. You don't want them, you just want them touching. You just want this touching, you don't want it above. Now, this is my point, but there's all the extra fabric. So the fabric gets folded back like this. We don't need that extra fabric, so I'm just going to clip that off. And I'll clip it underneath. You don't want to clip this part, just the underneath part. You fold it down like that, and then fold it back again. Just tidy this up a bit. And press it to a point. Now, you don't want your fabric showing on this, so you're going to have to, just with a pin, adjust that a little bit. There. That's quite good. And then I would put a pin in it just to hold it. There. And that's ready to stitch. This one is fine. So if you would like to do just the one fold, that's how you do it. And then you would start adding your pennies. And I will do that. Actually, it's on this one, but I'll do that, and then I will come back and show you how to stitch it. The next step, you will need your iron. So the first thing you do is you remove the tape. I actually don't use an iron, but what I do is just fold and use my finger, but this is would be cut on the bias, so it's a bit stretchy. So it's much easier to use an iron. And what we're going to do is we're going to fold it just so it's touching those pennies. See those pennies? We're going to fold it towards the pennies and iron. And we'll keep going. When you go to your points, just guess as much as possible to try and keep it straight. There. Good edge. Now I will fold this one up, and I will do this one. It doesn't really have to be exact. You just don't want it a lot over, just a little bit on that point. I will continue back to this one. Just sort of gauge how much I should turn under. And we'll do this one. Both rugs are made exactly the same up until this point. Everything is the same. So now I'll just take that out, and I can just press up until those points. And then very last edge. Out. There. Now you should have something that looks like that. And we'll go on to the next step.